Let's say you drove by a distressed vacant property and you want to get in contact with the owner to see if he or she is interested in selling. Now, one of the ways to reach the owner is through direct mail marketing. Follow me and then follow me.
The street life used to be on, straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right, everything inside. But somehow things started to change.
Hello viewers, my name is Eric Pinkney, owner of Pinkney Estates. If this is our first time meeting, please consider subscribing to my channel for weekly real estate investing content. Direct mailing property owners. Cold calling is a thing of the past. How would you like to have property owners blowing up your phone after a few quick, easy steps? Sounds great, right? I'm gonna walk you through 2 websites to make this happen. Okay, the first website we're going to visit is Listsource.com. Okay, and you don't have to sign up yet, but we're just going to build a list real quick so I can show you how this works. All right, we clicked build list and we are going to go through each category: geography, mortgage, property, demographics, foreclosure, options. We're going to visit each tab, but we're not going to go through each one because we don't need each tab, if that makes sense. Okay, so the first tab is geography. Okay, so you go down here to select criteria. Okay, and we're going to put in zip code, but obviously you can choose other options like city, county, state, whatever. But I'm going to go to zip code. Okay, and then select your state. North Carolina for me. You choose whatever state you're living or targeting. And instead of going through that whole list there, I'm just gonna go down here and put 27514 and then add. Okay, all right. So we put in our geography. Okay, the next tab is the mortgage. Now here you don't need to do much, so we're gonna leave it at all mortgages and go to the property tab. Now select criteria, hit that drop down, and what we are looking for, we're gonna look for a few things in this tab. Okay, so number 1, we're gonna look at equity percentage. If you remember my last video, seller financing and wholesaling and all of that stuff, like we want to target people who has the most equity in their properties. So it gives you a little range you can choose from here, but what I like to target is from 90% to 100%. So these people do not have mortgages on their properties. And then I click add. Okay, it will automatically save what you choose in this left column here. I already chose the zip code, it saved that. Already chose the equity, it saved that. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look for, the last market sale date is what we're looking for. So we want to go back like 10 years, because if we are targeting somebody who just sold the property, they're going to say no and tell us to kick rocks and hang up the phone or whatever. They're just going to dismiss it. So we're going to put 2011 here. And then the starting point, we're going to go all the way back to 1900. After that, you're going to click add. And again, it automatically saves it in the left column. Okay, and after the last market sale date, we're going to go back into this box and we are going to go to property type. Right there. Okay, and obviously you can choose a townhouse, multifamily, mobile home, land, anything you want. But what I am looking for are single family residences. So click that, then add that to the right. And after that, we're gonna go to demographics. I don't think we need to use this tab yet, but if you are targeting a more specific list, let's say you are targeting an elderly person who has owned a property for decades. So, I mean, they're looking to pass it down to their children, or just let it rot and just collect dust and stuff like that. They may even forget that they even owned this property. So when you're reaching out to them with postcards, then, you know, you're going to refresh their memory and say, hey, how about I give you some cash for this distressed property? Marital status. If a person is recently divorced, there's always some assets involved in the split up. So you can select the marital status there. Year of birth, like there's many demographics you can target, but I'm gonna leave that alone for right now, because what I'm targeting is high equity absentee owners. So foreclosure, we're not gonna use that, but if you wanted to, you can go after foreclosed homes, auctions, pre-foreclosures, all of that stuff. Okay, now in options, we are gonna go to absentee owned, and then you'll see the number change every time you make a change in a tab. It's automatically gonna update your number here. Okay, and say I just wanna target out-of-state property owners. That's getting more specific. Now the number went down to 11. Okay, and that's it. All right, so once I have my number, you want to go to purchase list. And if you don't have an account, this is where you put all of your information in to create an account. Now it is free to sign up with Listsource. All right, and then you log in. I already have an account. Okay, and after we hit purchase list, it's going to give us a price. Okay, now with Listsource, you have to have a minimum of 100 names. Right now, it's $2.23. Now, once you purchase this list, like you own this list, and it will come out to you in CSV form. And it would look something like this. Let me just spread this out a little bit. And you can customize the heading any way you want. But the first column here is the owner's first name, then the owner's last name, the owner's property address, the city where they reside, and state, and zip. And here is the subject address. And this is the city where you found the subject address, and so on and so forth. But that's what it's going to look like when Listsource spits out this information to you. Pretty simple, huh? I thought so too. Now that you have made a specific list targeting a specific niche, it's time to send them some postcards. Our next website is going to be GoBigprinting.com. Once you go there, they are going to forward you to a login page. And here, you know, I already have my information in there, but new users, you can sign up for free on this website as well. Okay, so what I like to do is send the 8.5 by 5.5 jumbo postcards. And you can see they have a lot of options for you to choose. This is more like, it's kind of commercial to me, so I don't like to use these. I like to add a personal touch to it. And let's choose, you can also send letters as well. I hear that yellow letters have been successful to a lot of investors out there. Okay, this is one of my favorites here. So I'm gonna choose create, okay? And then it's gonna walk you through the steps down below. Contact information, my cell phone number, my company name, Pinckney Estates, of course. All right, and now, let's see, include doodle, yes. You can choose your background of the postcard, but I like to keep it simple and pick white. Black is okay, but you can change the font color if you want to. And if you don't like the wording on the postcard, you can create your own wording here too. Letter text number 1, 3. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep everything as it is. Okay, and then at the bottom, you have to name this order. So I'm just gonna say example, and then hit continue. This is my driving for dollars list. After you have your list uploaded, you wanna scroll on down to this section here, and we are gonna put the owner's first name, and we're gonna put the site address on the card as well. So right now we have Sue, and the site address is 4412 Johnson Pond Drive. That is the subject address. Now, she lives at 319 Beach Island Ave. Now, both of the addresses will be on the front and back of the postcard. Now we got that clear. We're gonna go to continue, and we're going to continue to proof. And now we're gonna scroll down to the proof. It has my name, my return address. It says I pay cash with a little smiley face. And this is why I like this postcard, because it looks like I did this. It adds a personal touch to the postcard. It says Isaiah Deborah Goodson, 172 Brittmore Court. Now that is where the postcard is going. You want to make sure that the subject address is different from the mailing address, because we chose absentee owners, so they shouldn't be living at the site address. Okay, and then on the back side here, it says I want to buy your house at 5111 Mill Plantation Road. Please call me. Thanks, Eric. And it has my number. All right, and now that I see that the proof looks good, we're gonna go to approve and check out. Okay, in the mailing options, you wanna keep everything the same. Scroll all the way down. This right here, if there is a change in address of the property owner, the postcard will come right back to you with a yellow sticker on it. And at that point, I can teach you this in another video, but you would want to skip trace the property owner to find that person's new phone number or new address. Now the total pieces is 153 postcards, and they are charging me $91.80 for the order, plus tax, $388, gives me a total of $95.68. Now, that's not including the list I purchased from Listsource. Let's do some quick math. 153 postcards times 59 cents. So the list cost me $90, and the postcards cost me $95.68. The first time you mail to someone, it's gonna cost you about this. But after I have my list uploaded and I'm working my same list every month, it's only gonna cost me $95 a month. Now let's say that you get the property owner on the phone, but they are not interested in selling their property. Now, just because they say no, that doesn't mean you take them off the list. You create a new list, a follow-up list, and say 3 to 6 months down the road, you send them another postcard. Hey, I don't know if you changed your mind, but if you did, please contact me. So a no isn't always no. And that's it, people. Listsource.com and GoBigprinting.com. Use both websites to target your absentee owners. It's time for the toasty tip of the day. Not sponsored by Victor Allen's Coffee. Toasty! Set a budget aside to market to these absentee owners monthly. I would begin with 100 postcards a month. Now, it's not that expensive. If you do 100 postcards at 59 cents, that's only $59. When you close your first deal, you will get your money back 100 times over or more. Now, when you do close that deal, don't forget to put money back into marketing for your future deals. That concludes this week's video. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with your mom and them. See you next time.